Well, greetings, dear ones. We are, as always, very pleased to have this time to speak with you today. And so, perhaps you've been asking yourself some vital questions lately, even on some level you're not quite aware of, such as, who is on the side of the working person, or on the side of the billionaires? Is it possible that this is only a construct, what one is seeing right now in the world? Is it possible that we are still being spoon-fed a particular philosophy that does not belong to fifth density, that does not belong to the higher light pouring in, to our higher selves, our soul mission, our earth mission? Is it possible that we are bigger than what any one political party or religion or philosophy will ever pretend that we are? Is it possible that the construct of any one country is so much bigger than what the news headlines proclaim? And of course it is. And even the animals of the field and the forest and the sea are fully aware of that. And it isn't for you to feel small and to feel squashed into one construct or the other, and to say, well, I've done what I could. I signed a lot of petitions. I voted a particular way. It doesn't seem to matter. It doesn't seem to be helping anything, and I'm very fed up. And this is understandable because you were raised to think a particular kind of activism, a particular kind of prayer, a particular kind of job, such as the business type that is being sung about in this lovely old song by the Roaches, Quitting Time. This is what you were taught. You can only do so much, and here's the parameters. Live within that, act within that, think within that, and don't you dare jump out of that pre-made construct. Because if you do, you might start becoming your higher self, and you might light the spark in other people to become who they are. And that's just dangerous. So forget it. Do as we say. We're going to feed you food that dulls your senses and keeps you addicted. We're going to keep you addicted to screens. We're going to keep you addicted to dark news. And it's all sort of wrapped up in the false, not necessarily ideology, but identity of the earth human. It says you're small and helpless. Every now and again, somebody might come along who gives you a break or who cares at least a little bit about you, but in general, you're small. In general, you get what little is doled out to you. And in this era, what fascinates and thrills us to see is so many are just rejecting that idea. And you know this lyric, even as you're leaning into that glass of wine, you and beloved business have come to the end of a line. Come to the end of a line. All the gates are open, all the charges dropped. Talks are terminated. Payments have been stopped. You can move north in summer. You can be in the breeze. You are the one that's moving, they're saying. As you look at the old industrial skyline drawing away from you, you are the one that's moving. You are the one that flew. So 3D might still exist for some people. But if you're on this call or you're listening to our voice at this time, at this channeled message, you are realizing, no, I'm not staying stuck in 3D. I'm not interested in feeling small. I'm not interested in thinking, oh, I have only so many choices in life, or, well, I don't have $1 million saved for retirement, so that's my goose cooked, or, well, if they raise the cost of healthcare in January as they're planning to, I won't be able to hold on to my health insurance, and on and on and on. And it's all orchestrated, dear ones. Every ounce of it to keep you small. And you notice that there are people on both sides of the fence here in the US who are voting to disempower other human beings. It almost doesn't come down to party anymore. It doesn't really come down to what's your philosophy, what's your label. Where are you classed? What's your category? This fellow Mamdani, he seems okay, but he's a Muslim. We can't trust those. And on and on and on. And the brainwashing doesn't necessarily let up, friends, just because you are in a state of waking up and realizing, oh, we've been manipulated, we've been used, we've been lied to. There have been constructs in the etheric to keep us small, to keep our minds from wandering to potential. When we talk about manifesting, we see it mainly not as a point of empowerment or joyful expression. Most people see it as sort of the last stop on the highway. I've got to create this amount of money, or I've got to create this new level of health, or this place to live, or this job, or what have you. And it's understandable. Life will hand you predicaments many days. Completely understandable. We don't put anyone down for that. But we do say that you're much bigger than any one circumstance, even every single circumstance of every single earth life you have ever experienced. Now is the time when you come out of what is being sung of in that lovely old song, Quitting Time, by these three sisters, the Roaches, of which two remain now. And this song came out in 1979, but it couldn't be more relevant if it tried. All of you are shrugging off the old cloak, the old coat you've worn in many, many lives, and it's one of compression, of smallness, of passivity, not liking yourself very much, criticizing yourself for not being perfect, not remembering everything every time, not being Johnny on the spot to get everything done well ahead of time, not keeping pace with your ambitions, not following all the rules, doing all the things they say you're supposed to do if you're running a business or want to excel in a career or get the right sort of mate for life and the right sort of home, and on and on. And all of it nonsense, all of it distraction, except for that which brings you joy, except for that which is in alignment with your true self, your authentic higher self. And then in a bigger way, your beautiful and wondrous divine self. And we don't say this to confuse or upset anyone, because you've been careful to pay your bills. You're doing what you can to be the concerned citizen. You march in the demonstrations, or you sign this petition or that, and you remember to vote, or you remember to, help out in your community, and you're donating to food banks. All of that is wonderful, dear ones. Any or all of it. Very beautiful. You do what you feel is important for you. But we are just asking you to understand how incredibly expressive and huge your being is, and how you don't belong in any tiny category. You could be half paralyzed or more than that. You could be thousands upon thousands of dollars in debt. You could be living in some precarious way, somewhere. You don't know how long the job will last, or the place you're living in, or your health and vitality. Did you not come into a physical earth life to experience those very uncertainties, but not to experience them in the context of feeling they own you? This time when you came in, you said, I'm bringing my divinity with me. I'm bringing my strength and my empowerment with me. I'm bringing my imagination, my ability to hold beautiful higher potentials in my energies and to give thanks for them as if they had arrived last week. Not someday, not maybe, giving thanks right now. What we would love is for all of you to think of one thing right now you would love to have. One thing you would love to have or experience or see. And never mind about, I'd love $1 million so I can give away most of it. Just for you, can you focus just on accepting something beautiful for yourself? Just think of that for a moment. And you know what it is you desire, dear ones. We're just going to send a ray of light to everyone's heart space. And another ray of light coming down through the crown chakra, lighting up all the chakras and energy centers, mending any tears in the aura, opening the heart wide, letting you know you're safe for that. It's safe, dear ones. You can go beyond hope into the assertion that what you desire is already here. And we want you to do us a great favor. Clap your hands loudly and say, it is done. It is already here. And I give thanks. I greatly give thanks. And get that feeling that it's here. When you wake up in the morning, let that be the first thing before you go to sleep. Let that be the last thing you think of, giving thanks. It is done. It is already here. I am already in that place of experiencing this wonderful thing or person or situation that I've called forward. It doesn't matter whether it's a new car or a new home or a new life partner. Don't tell yourself, oh, that's too materialistic, I won't ask for that. New teeth, new hair, it's up to you. We don't judge. This is between you and your higher self, dear ones. And do you know that you're all miracles as it is? The fact you exist is already a miracle. The fact you've come through so much is already a miracle. You are the one that's moving. Not just 3D. 3D, third density might exist a long time. On some timeline, you are moving into fifth density. You've come to the end of the line where third density is concerned. And we want you all to somewhat turn toward 3D and say thank you for everything you've done for me. Thank you for everything I've learned. Thank you for how beautiful it's been knowing you and believing in you and caring about you and spending so much life energy and having a soul presence on this earth, and often in circumstances that were very dark and very difficult. And you've all had times where you were in that dungeon or that prison, cold, soaking wet, nothing but a stale crust of bread with mold on it thrown at you once a day. You've all been in that situation of losing a loved one, a parent, a child, a spouse. You've all been in that situation of being in war, dying of a dread disease, on and on and on. Yes, in part you came in for that. But mainly your question was, how big is my soul? How powerful is my soul? In the context of such contrast to pure light, such density, such horrible shadow, that I might have moments as a human where I think I cannot overcome it. And yet here you are. Pure divine love itself. There is no power in any realm or any universe that can diminish that. And this is why we are so thrilled to know each of you and to hold each of you in our hearts. And all of us within the collective and all within your beautiful spirit team, including your divine self, are not only cheering you on, they are saying every day, it is already here. That beautiful fifth density life that you desire, yes, proclaim it every day. I'm in 5D. It's already here. I give thanks. And so it is. We are, as always, honored to speak with each of you. And we send much love, many blessings. Namaste.